Welcome to Wealthy Mind, where we talk about all things finances, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the surprising. Welcome to Wealthy Mind. I am Misty Rosegold, International Success Coach, and today I have with me Susie Bradley. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. It's wonderful to have you here. I'm so excited to dive in and share your story with the world. It's an incredible journey.
It is. It has been quite the journey, and I'm super grateful for the growth.
Yeah, your journey inspires me, and I know it's going to inspire everyone who listens or watches. So let's dive in. What inspired you to create your company, Essentially Fit? By the way, Susie's company is Essentially Fit, you guys. I already know this, and I'm thinking like everyone else does too.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
So I own Essentially Fit Life and Wellness. By profession, I'm a dental hygienist. I'm a Zumba instructor and a certified life coach here in Colorado. And I was inspired, ironically, by just joining the gym. I just had my daughter. She was a toddler and just wanted to get back in shape. I'm a past athlete and gymnast, dancer, cheerleader, and felt like I needed to start taking care of me. Felt a little chaos in my life. And so I started taking a Zumba dance class at my gym, and I loved it so much. I didn't miss a class. And I came home one day and my husband said, "Have you thought of becoming an instructor? You seem to really like this. And maybe it's something you can do, maybe get some free daycare at the gym." And I thought, well, that'd be really fun. And just so happened, there happened to be an instructor course of multiple different modalities. And it was at the Broadmoor, which is such a beautiful place. I went with a friend, became certified, and that's kind of how I started teaching and getting into that mentorship world. And I loved helping my students to get out of their comfort zone because Zumba is a very high intensity course that it's high energy, high cardio, high dancing and choreography. So I just really, truly love that. And so that's kind of how I got into the buzz of being a teacher, being a coach, being a mentor, and realized it was really fun and it didn't feel like work. So that's kind of how I started there. And then I went to a life coaching course where it was a framework of goal setting, intentional living. It came with a book and went through just where I was in my life, where I wanted to be in my life, and how I was going to get there. And this particular framework was so life applying and easy. I applied it to my life, started talking to friends about it, and actually emailed the CEOs and said, "How do I turn this into a Bible study? This is amazing." And there's a whole journey of that. That's a few years in. And got excited when they wanted to do a life coaching certification within that company, and was one of the first 20 coaches and developed Essentially Fit Life Coaching. And I just love helping it in my community. I love helping people calm the chaos in their life and enhance their wellness. So it's fitness and faith building and growth and wellness and balance. So that's kind of
awesome.
how that developed over the last 5-6 years.
Sure. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, what kind of challenges did you face? Maybe like highlight one or two of your major challenges as you were creating this company, your coaching company.
Sure. I think what I noticed is that how much I needed to be coached first. I needed
Mm,
to have that coaching and got some imbalances in my life. I need to go through and find out where I am, map my GPS. Where am I right now? Where's my compass? Where am I headed? Where I want to be. So really living those principles in order to teach and really become an inspiring mentor was really important. And so I found that I was getting so into this company and becoming
Mm,
a brand ambassador, or maybe even into the executive positioning in this company. I was bulldozing myself through control and not trusting God or having a little bit more balance in my
mm,
family. I really started getting into the business and realized I was becoming a walking billboard for this company instead of featuring myself, my coaching
mm.
ability, and how I can really enhance other people. So I found
Sure.
a huge imbalance in my family to the point where I was creating a rift where my priorities started getting a little bit out of balance. And so we had to rein that in
Mm.
quite a bit over the last 2 years. And so that was my major challenge.
Well, I just want to take a moment and thank you for pulling back the veil and showing the imperfections of your journey so that others can be inspired too, like somebody who may want to be a fitness coach or a life coach. And they're like, oh, I have to be perfect to do it. No, you don't. And Susie is proving that.
I have to say, there were times that I felt, and I still feel sometimes when I'm not as balanced or growing in my action steps or my goal setting processes, I kind of feel like an imposter. But I think
Mm,
sometimes I can bring that relatability to my clients because I'm like, girl, I'm there. I'm with you. I'm going to go
mhm.
along this journey with you and run alongside you as your cheerleader. And I may have the same struggles along the way, but we'll work together to
Right.
accomplish your goals and as well as mine.
That's beautiful. And, as a coach, all we need to do is be one step ahead of the client,
Yeah.
not 50,
Right.
not even five, just
Right.
one.
Yeah. And I think that has been so nice to cultivate relationships with my clients, noticing that what they've gone through is a lot of times what I've gone through as well. So I kind of felt like my target market, you would say, or my niche, or my audience of clients that I want to bring in are generally young moms who are feeling very chaotic in their world. They feel
Mhm.
out of balance. They feel like they are seeking and wanting growth, but they just don't know how to do the action steps to get there. And then they need the accountability um, to come alongside them and help them out. So I feel like it's so wonderful when you can connect with people in your target market, because I was in
Mhm.
that fire and I feel them in that fire and I can reach back and
Right.
help pull them out of the fire because I've been there. And it's just a special relationship that I really appreciate.
Oh, definitely. And you can see the way ahead where they can't. And I mean, I want to touch on how blind they might be in that space.
Yeah.
Some people in that demographic may not even think it's possible to have peace
Hmm.
as a
Yeah.
mom, as what you've described.
Hmm.
Let's bring it to the darkest moment in their minds. They
Hmm.
may have lost all hope that peace can actually come their way, that they can get it under control, that the chaos can disappear and they can have fulfillment in that space.
Yeah.
So that is like I see that as your starting point with most of them is just getting them to see that this can happen.
Mhm. Yeah, if it can happen to me where I can feel that internal peace, that compass pointing north for my particular faith, feeling like my family's on board again. I feel like
Mm,
the tone in my home from what it used to be when I was just super passionate and excited to teach others, but yet neglecting what
mhm,
was really happening in my own home and not recognizing the lack of calm. Now I look back and I take a step back and I look at my family dynamics. They're interacting with themselves better. My relationship with my husband is on point. I feel like when we have moments that would have normally turned into a really yucky mess, we can diffuse and inject love and grace and
mm,
remember where we used to be and remember the growth and really sit in the growth that we've both had.
mhm.
And it really has been a life-changing thing. And I think in those challenges, I realized that the life coach needs a life coach or a business coach.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've been very um, just honored to have the most amazing coach that's helped me,
Mm.
which is Miss Misty Gold here. She has injected her amazing infused come alongside all those beautiful words. She has guided me. You have guided me to help all aspects and help me to see the things
Mm.
that I was blinded and remove the blinders and to remove the selfishness and to help it just be all about love and how I can infuse love in others and receive it better. So
Ah,
I'm
that is so
grateful.
beautiful. Like, thank you for letting the cat out the bag. You didn't need to, but thank you.
Well, I'm
I've
honored. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity to just be together in this area where we just want to love on others so well, maybe take
mm,
a little bit of our skill sets, inject our challenges and show our little victories to know that they can do it. Anyone can do
right,
it with just a little bit of oomph and someone to come alongside them that care deeply for them. And they can do it themselves.
definitely.
Yeah, if
Of
they're interested
course.
in doing this, um, this is just something that I think is a special gift that God gives us to just come alongside others because we all want to be loved and we all want to be
Mhm.
accepted.
Yeah, and if people are interested in strengthening the family unit,
Yeah.
um, they can reach out to you, they can reach out to me. Like, we both have that experience
Mhm.
in different ways, but we both
Right.
have that experience and the knowledge to bring that glue together and
Mhm.
to start to bring the peace instead of the chaos and
Mhm.
um, the unraveling. Like,
Mhm.
we stopped the unraveling.
Yeah.
And that was a really important piece of your journey, getting you to where you are now. You talked about how the energy at home is so different now than it was before. Just
Yes.
briefly, would you share with the audience why it was different before when things were out of balance?
Yeah. I think there was just a disagreement a little bit on where my directional focus could and should be. I think
Mm,
my husband has been one of those amazing men who never steers us wrong. He's a beautiful leader. And I was realizing that I was a little bit on the alpha female side where I wanted to drive the ship when he
yeah.
has always beautifully driven our ship in our family in a way that is loving, protected, simple, and just calms his own chaos with directional discipline. And
Mhm.
I was the squirrel who was excited and passionate and all over the place and the jumping bean. And I want to do this and I want to change the world and help everybody. But realizing that it's timing, it's priorities, it's alignment. I think that would be the
Mhm.
most healthy word to say that we're experiencing is a divine alignment within our family
Mm,
that
that's
is
beautiful.
trickled down to our children. I feel like I'm slipping more into like a divine femininity that has been taught to me by
Mm,
you, and he is naturally allowed to be in his, masculine, uh divine masculinity that is just so beautiful. God designed him
mhm.
to be this incredible leader. And I am a great partner that also we joke around and say, he's the what if we do this? And I'm the well, then we'd have to do this, this, and this. And
Right.
so I was finding that I was trying to strong arm the roles. And I feel like it's such a more beautiful balance by just being so grateful for the gifts that God
Mhm.
has given him
It
and
sounds like
myself.
you two have more of a balance of like a team, a leadership
Mm,
team,
yeah.
instead of you guys battling for who's at the helm.
Yeah,
Like
I
you've
do. I feel like there's more diffusing, there's more calm. Someone once told me her name
less
was Bunny
conflict,
Wills.
right?
Huh?
Less conflict, right?
Less conflict. I mean, I know in the
Mhm.
past our children learned a lot about conflict resolution. And now they're learning about our team aspect and how we can exchange so much more beautifully with love injected in the middle of it and God at the
Mhm.
center of it. And they see the calm and everyone's just more joyful. And we want to be together more. We want to be in our home together. I was told by Bunny Wilson, who was an amazing speaker at a conference, she said that the woman is the thermostat of the home, and
Mhm.
they can create the calm or they can create the chaos. And I
Yep.
really feel that's a thing. I feel like I've learned to be a little bit more of the thermostat, taking a step back from my own desires at the moment to survey the group, see what the needs are, and help facilitate that. And I feel more
Mm.
honored than I've ever felt. In the past, I felt obligated.
And you
So
realized
it feels good.
how you had.
Huh?
You realized how much power you had
Yes.
and started using that power in a healthy way.
Yes. Oh my gosh. In such
Uh,
a more healthy way instead of a way that was creating tension, frankly.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, that is so beautiful.
it's neat.
Oh my gosh. I love it. And I
It's
know
really
that
neat. And we had a
anyone
few
list,
ultimatums, we had a few tense-filled moments, but
yeah.
when my pride broke down to sit down and listen to, in a humble, loving, understanding way, what my husband was observing, he was just trying to steer the ship of what he was seeing me do, but he was also noticing my strengths, but
Mhm.
helping me to redirect them in a really healthy way. So, in the process of me wanting to be this exciting life coach for the world, I was being life coached by my husband, by you, by my children,
Mhm.
just by the way their tone was. I was able to adjust my attitude and use my skill set and my strengths to help me really just live more peacefully.
Mm.
It's been great. And now I want to
Uh,
share that with the world and relaunch my company in a way that I'm not hiding behind the shadows or the corporation brands or the trademarks anymore. It's just me, providing
mm.
essentially fit method for my clients.
Oh, I love that. So you have a message that is powerful, and it's one that you've lived, and you don't have to hide behind something else. Like
Right,
you're enough on your own.
right. And I feel so much stronger in that statement. And I feel
Mhm.
stronger in my role and my gift and the message from God that He wants me to love Him first and then love others really well with what I love to
Mm.
do.
That's awesome. And I know that radiates from you. Like the love that comes from you is very beautiful and very authentic. And whoever works with you as a client is blessed to have you and to have that love and dedication that you have. Like, I know that you are a very dedicated person.
Thank
When you
you.
decide to link arms with somebody, be it your family, be it your coach, be it your clients, it doesn't matter what it is, but you're so dedicated.
Thank you.
And I want people to trust in that and rely on that. If they reach out to you for coaching, like you're getting somebody dedicated.
Yep. Yes. And I've got you. I'm with you. Like
Yes.
in high school, I was the little cheerleader that would run and do all the tumbling. And it's funny, I use that analogy that I'm kind of the cheerleader coach that I'm with you. I've got you. I've been there. And if I haven't been there, I know somebody
Mhm.
who has, and we'll get through it. If I don't have the answers, we'll seek it together. But I'm in the long haul with it, with them. And I just love to see some of my clients go from just not even being able to make a decision to showing me some of the goals that they have met. And I'm watching a former client right now launch a business, and her confidence level and her calmness in her confidence is so beautiful. Like she's
Mm.
radiating fitness and wellness and this youthful young mom that's just doing even the crazy, but doing it in a calm heart. And it's just been really neat to watch her just live her life. And she connects with me quite a bit.
Mhm.
And I'm honored to call her my friend. It's
Oh, that is so beautiful.
been great.
I love I love your success stories of how you're able to look back and you're still a part of their life too. Even if you're not actively coaching them, you're still a
Yeah,
part of their life, which is such a beautiful thing. Like the coaches that are out there that are all about the money, as soon as they're done with you, they're done with you.
right,
But you and I are different because if I have a great coaching relationship with someone, that door is open until I'm gone from this earth. Like that door
right.
is open.
Yeah. And it is a beautiful thing to see where they were where they wanted to go and how they got there in this
Mhm.
framework. And then the accountability they needed from me before, now they're doing it on their own. And then they'll just call me with celebrations and little success stories. And then sometimes a little adjustment and a little, I can help along the way with a little tweak of how to become more disciplined or how to stay in the peaceful moments during the crazy times. And I'm
Mhm.
honored to be an ongoing mentor for them. And
Right.
so I love keeping that community, that essentially fit community. I feel like they're
Mhm.
a part of it and I'm a part of them.
Always. And you're leading by such a great example. And that's everything. You stepped up as a great leader where you're leading from the front, but you're also leading from behind.
Yeah,
You're not leading from a pedestal.
right.
You're on the same level. You're like on the same ground level as them. And you
Hmm.
might be in front of them, but you're also behind them, pushing them at the same time.
Right. Right. Keeping them in there. I've got kiddos
Mhm.
from 23 to 12. And so a lot of time when I coach these ladies who have little ones or they have one finally leaving the house, I'm still in that gambit. I'm still
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
that season where am I still a young mom? Yeah, a little bit, late 40s, but my little one's 12, but then I have a 23-year-old beautiful old soul of a son who
Mhm.
is getting ready to go do this really amazing, crazy, dangerous job. And now I get to be his mentor, suggestive parent in so many ways where I'm not on top of him, but I'm next to him, running next to him in his race. And
Yeah.
I'm there for him if he needs me. And so I just feel like that relatability is really nice because a lot of people are afraid to reach out to a life coach or a wellness coach because, like you said, they feel like they have to have it all together first, or
Mhm.
a young life coach who's starting out that just doesn't believe in herself. She just needs
Mm.
to tell her story and she just needs to tell her many successes, but also her challenges so they can be relating, they can be relatable and inspiring.
Well, one secret as a coach that I'm going to let out of the bag is when we step into that space, life or God or the universe, whatever it is that you subscribe to, will only give you the clients that you're equipped to handle at that moment.
Mhm.
And that is a
Yeah,
beautiful partnership that life
it
comes
is.
alongside a coach with. I trust that every step of my journey. I started coaching at 20 years old. I'm 42 now. And the people I could help at 20,
Mhm.
that's what I got.
Yeah, right.
Now, can I help people in a much different way now at 42? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. The immense growth and yeah, wisdom.
That's the secret of being a coach. Just what you have now that's going to help somebody, go share it now. Don't wait.
Hmm.
Share it
Right.
now because
Yeah,
life will not give you clients that you can't handle.
right. And that's a blessing. It's a
It
beautiful
is.
blessing because
It
there are
protects
some
us.
times, yeah, and if it becomes a challenge to you, it's going to be with you every step of the way. Your motivating factors, your motivating, your creator,
Mhm.
higher power, God, like you said, it's a guiding force that is so beautiful that it's alongside with you and
Mhm.
enhancing your spiritual gifts, your skill sets, and can reach the person that needs to be reached at that moment. It's his timing and it's pretty beautiful. So
Yes, it is. It's so beautiful. So that's my little coaching hack for the day.
I love it. Well, and I've been in seasons where I'm so passionate to build this business and have so many clients and fill my schedule with beautiful clients, but God's like, no, I'm still working on you, honey. I've still got
Mhm.
you in my grasp and I have so much to teach you because that is going to be a helpful part of your coaching and you're just not ready yet. And so I've had to break down
Mhm.
my pride and get into a season of giving and serving in order to allow him to launch my business how he'd like to launch it and
Mhm.
reach the clients that are ready in that moment that maybe they weren't ready to reach out before, but they are now. So I'm excited
Mm.
about this. It's going to be a
Oh
great
my
year.
God. I'm so excited to see what happens on this year for you. Like so excited.
Me too.
I I love you so much and your family and
Thank you.
to be a
I know.
part of this journey, like every stage of it, but this part especially
Mhm.
because we had to rework your entire life to get you to this moment.
We did. And you were so patient with me. You were so patient. And I love how your experiences in your life are able to be showered onto my son or myself, or
Mhm,
through our sessions to my husband, and
mhm,
to help me to get into a place where I could be a little bit more understanding and receiving of what they were dealing with. So now
right,
our family leads with LUV, and this is just, it's not new, it's not anything I discovered, but it's listen, understand, and validate. So the tone of my house and with communication is I want to listen to what they have to say. I want to understanding it by pausing it and really taking it in. And then I want to
mm,
validate them by being able to repeat what they said to show that they were heard and loved. And so that is one of my family goals this year, to speak daily with LUV communication. And that has really changed our world and our
wow,
family.
I love
So I
it.
appreciate everything you've helped me to work through, to where we
Mhm,
can go through this and I'm not leading with a controlling heart, and
mhm,
being a little bit more pause, having the pause and practicing the pause to appreciate and listen to my family more. So it's
mm.
been a great thing. And I've
I love
appreciated
that.
everything to this point: challenges, conflict, little victories, and
Yeah,
massive personal and professional growth. So that's what I've appreciated so much.
definitely. As you talk about your family, I feel the synergy that you guys have now.
Yeah,
And
it is
that is an
incredible.
epic win.
Yeah, it is, because when I came to you, you saw all the puzzle pieces, but they just needed to be put in the right place. And you helped
Mhm,
me to do that. And I know that working with my clients too, I could see where I needed to take a step back a little bit, work on me a little bit more, to where I could
mhm.
give more to them. And I feel
Right.
like I have more to give. And it's great.
That's beautiful. Well, let's get wrapped up here. So, two more questions.
Okay.
One of my absolute favorite questions is, what do you do to keep a wealthy mind, meaning a healthy mind?
My major thing is word before the world. I want to make sure that I dive into the Word of God and give Him my first fruits every morning, even if it's just 5 minutes, if I'm in a hurry, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, if I have time, to give Him my devotion and to seek His word first before I allow the world to come in and crash in on me and start telling me what to do or what they need from me, whether
Mhm,
it's texts or emails or social media or my schedule for the day. If I fill up my little cup first thing in the morning with God's beautiful word, then I feel like I'm ready to overflow with others and I'm ready to receive the world better. So I feel like that's my little
mm.
morning tip.
Nice. That's a
Answers me
beautiful
to have a
practice.
healthy, wealthy mind.
Yes, for sure. So, in one sentence, what is a piece of wisdom the audience needs to hear from you right now? Something
Um,
they can't live without. One
I would
sentence.
say in this beautiful world, we can take a quick peek and we feel that it's out of control. We feel the chaos, we see the chaos. I would say take time every day to unplug out of the world and to plug into yourself and your family and your power source. What's your true power
Mhm,
source?
mhm,
Is your power source God? Is your power source your family? Is your power source sitting down and reading a book to center? Is it yoga? Is it running? Is it hiking? Take
mhm.
time every day to unplug from the world, to plug in and rejuvenate yourself right now.
Mm, I absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing that. So, if people want to get a hold of you, what is your website?
My website is essentiallyfitlife.com, and I'm revamping that website right now.
Mhm,
You can find me on Instagram, essentiallyfit11, and
mhm.
Essentially Fit Life and Wellness on Facebook, which is still Essentially Fit 11. And you can always reach out to me, Susie at essentiallyfitlife.com. And I would love to chat with anyone who has just a heart for having growth and getting out of the chaos in their life into the calm portion of their life to enhance their wellness.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you very much. I am just grateful and thankful to the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for my family. And I am just so excited about this beautiful app that you guys have that you're sharing with the world to just help them to have the most enhanced, growth-filled, wealthy mind. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. And speaking of which, if you haven't downloaded Wealthy Mind yet, please do so today. And we will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Wealthy Mind podcast. Please be sure to download the Wealthy Mind app today and make sure to support your local Dress for Success.